Welcome to Module 15, Lesson 2. In this lesson, we are going to work on renaming mixed numbers as a sum of fractions with like denominators. All right, our first problem says, Chad runs around the quarter-mile track for 1 1/4 miles. How many laps does Chad run? So we know that our track is a quarter of a mile. How can we use the mixed number 1 1/4 to help us solve the problem? So let's reference what our mixed number is. A mixed number is a number represented by a whole number, 1, and a fraction, 1/4. A mixed number can be renamed as a fraction greater than 1. We're going to use a visual model to help us solve. So we know that Chad runs 1 1/4 miles. So our 1 whole plus our 1/4. So we'll go ahead and shade how far Chad runs. One whole and 1/4. So our equation would look like 1 1/4 is equal to this fraction here of 4/4 plus this fraction of 1/4. So 1 1/4 as a mixed number is equal to 5/4. Let's go ahead and answer our questions now. Letter A asks us, how did we decide how many sections to divide the whole into? Well, we knew that we were working in our unit fraction was 1/4, right? So since the track was 1/4 mile, the mile is in 4 quarters. So we can say our unit fraction was 1/4. So we divided it into 4 pieces, or 4 sections. That's what the question's asking us. Well, then how did we know how many pieces to shade? We know that 1 whole is equal to 4/4. And then we shaded 1 more, right? Because our unit fraction is 1/4, we know 1 whole is equal to 4/4. But our fraction wasn't just 1, right? We were working with the fraction of 1 1/4, so we needed to shade an additional 4th. How is our answer represented in the visual model? Remember, we're trying to find how many laps Chad ran. So how many shaded sections are there? There's 5 shaded sections, right? So our answer is represented in each shaded section. So each shaded section is 1 lap. So how many times does Chad run around the track? Chad runs 5 times. If you need any more time to write, pause the video. Right, so number 2. Pooja ran around the 1/4 mile track 15 times. Written as a mixed number, how many miles did Pooja run? So first we need to write the fraction greater than 1 to represent the number of miles Pooja ran. If each lap is equal to 1/4 of a mile, and she ran that 15 times, we know she ran 15/4 miles. What fraction with the denominator of 4 is equal to 1 whole? So it's saying with our unit fraction of 1/4, what's our whole equal to? Our whole is equal to 4/4. Letter C asks us to find the number of groups of 4/4 and 15/4. Then we need to determine how many fourths will be left over. Right, we can go ahead and write this like an equation. So we can think about 15/4, and I want to think about decomposing it. If I have one group of 4/4, I'll have 11/4 remaining. So I can take out another group of 4/4. Now I'll have 7/4 remaining. I can take out another group of 4/4. Now I have 3/4 remaining. Can I take out another group of 4/4? I can't. I'm left with 3/4. So how many groups of 4/4 are there? 3 groups. And there's 3/4 left over. If we were to take this and write an equation, it would look like this. 15/4 is equal to 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 3/4. What we're doing here is decomposing 15/4 into groups that are equal to 1 whole. So we know that there are 3 groups of 4/4. Each of these is equal to 1. So how many miles did Pooja run? She ran 3 whole miles plus 3/4 of a mile. So she ran a total of 3 3/4 miles. Right, let's go ahead and complete the check understanding. Susan has 11 pieces of pizza. If each piece is 1/8 of a pizza, what mixed number describes how much pizza Susan has? So I know that Susan right now has 11/8 of a pizza, right? She has 11 pieces. Each piece is 1/8. So she has 11/8 of a pizza. I need to decompose this so that I can find how much pizza she actually has. Right now I just know number of slices. I know that my whole for 8 is 8/8. That will tell me that she has 1 whole pizza. Do I have another group of 8/8 in 11/8? No, I don't. I just have 3/8 remaining. So what this tells me is 11/8 is equal to 1 whole plus 3/8. So if I want to write my mixed number, it will look like 1 3/8. So she has 1 whole pizza plus 3/8 of a pizza. And let's look at our second problem. Nick needs 3 3/4 cups of flour. He only has a 1/4 cup measuring cup. How many times will he fill the measuring cup? Now we have a mixed number here to start. We need to rename this as a fraction greater than 1. So I have 3 wholes here. Each whole is equal to 4/4. So if I were to write my equation, it would look like 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4. That tells me how many fourths are in 3 wholes, plus my additional 3/4. I know there are 12 fourths in 3 wholes, plus my additional 3/4 will tell me that I have 15 fourths. So in order to fill his 1/4 cup, or to use 15 fourths cups of flour using a 1/4 cup, he'll need to fill that 15 times.